In the blistering heat of July 1518, the city of Strasbourg became the stage for a horror that defies logic. A woman named Frau Trafia walked into the street and began to dance. Not with joy, not to music, just an uncontrollable compulsion. They danced in homes, in alleys, on bridges, until bones fractured, skin blistered, and exhaustion set in. Some dropped dead where they stood, hearts giving out mid-motion. And what did the authorities do? They encouraged more of it. Believing it to be a fever of the blood, the city's leaders built stages and hired musicians. They thought it could be danced out like poison, but instead of a cure, it became a death sentence. She swayed, spun, and trembled. For hours, then for days. Her feet bled, her body convulsed. But she would not stop. Others report they begged priests to intervene, but were met with indifference or fear. In the end, it simply stopped, as abruptly as it began. The dancers collapsed, the music faded, and the town was left with blood-stained cobblestones and questions no one could answer. Then others followed, kind of madness that spreads by sight, by sound, by belief. But ergot causes convulsions, not hours of coordinated rhythmic motion. It doesn't explain why the afflicted all moved in the same tortured cadence, nor why some lasted for weeks without food, rest, or awareness of their actions. Similar outbreaks had happened before in Aachen, Erfurt, and the Netherlands. Entire communities overcome by a violent need to dance, as if something ancient and primal was awakened. These people weren't flailing, they were dancing, as if gripped by some invisible rhythm. One became five became dozens, and within weeks, over 400 people were dancing in the streets. That's tidy, but it still fails to explain the physical endurance or the sheer scale. Religious fervor is also blamed. After all, this was an age of fire and brimstone, of saints and curses. Maybe they believed they were possessed or punished. Or maybe they were, bodies piled up. The sound of music became a soundtrack to collapse. Centuries later, no one knows what really happened. The most common theory blames ergot poisoning moldy rye that can cause hallucinations. Others suggest mass hysteria, psychogenic illness brought on by famine, heat, and the crushing stress of the time. One thing's for sure, these were not isolated cases. Some accounts describe the afflicted screaming for mercy between steps. Today, it's retold as an oddity, quirky footnote in European history. But for those who lived it, it was something darker, something hungry. And if it could happen once, in the shadow of a medieval cathedral, who's to say it couldn't happen again?